Have you ever had a dream or a goal that sat on the back burner for years, even decades? A goal that sat so long that it started to feel like maybe it just wasn't meant to be. Well, that's been my journey with this YouTube channel. I created over 18 years ago and it sat neglected, collecting digital dust while I watch other content creators thrive. But here's the thing, this is not a story about failure. This is a story about revival. What's one thing you started but never quite finished? And now you can't stop wondering, what if? Share it with me in the comment section and I'll reply back. Now for me, restarting my YouTube channel is unfinished business. I created it way back in June of 2006, the same year Google purchased YouTube. Now here's some internet trivia. Did you know the original YouTube.com started out as a video-based dating site so people could tune in, hook up? Yes, that was the actual tagline. Go ahead and Google it. But as you imagine, and maybe this has happened to you too, life was lifing. Work, family, and let's be real, fear and doubt got in the way. Now here I am, the final days of 2024, dusting this channel off and restarting my journey. And I've got a proposal for you. How about we do it together? Type I'm in the comments if you're game. But before I get into why I'm doing this, let me share something my spidey sense thinks you can relate to. Now, I've been obsessed with YouTube for years, like binge watching. But before we continue, hey beautiful, I'm Michelle and I'm stepping back into the world of restarting my YouTube channel after a really long hiatus. But why now? Because I've realized that playing small doesn't serve anyone, not me, not my family, and definitely not the people who need to hear this message of second chances today. You see, I've been fortunate to share my life with Sam, my high school sweetheart, my best friend, and my husband. And I've been fortunate to enjoy a career that allows me the privilege to travel the globe. But as I look toward the future with an eye on retirement, I realize something. I don't want the two of us to depend solely on Social Security or a pension, both of which may become bankrupt when we retire. Now, don't get me wrong, my needs and a few splurges will be met, but I want a little bit more. I want to create a financial cushion for life's little extras, things like maybe a slingshot or spoiling my friends and family, indulging in some retail therapy every once in a while. And YouTube, I think it may be the ideal vehicle to help me get there, not just for the income potential, but for the fulfillment of sharing information that can help someone, like how it's helped me, or connecting with people from around the country and a few from around the world because of their YouTube channel. Beautiful. I flew up to Chicago for the day to get my hair did from Cian Travel's channel. I was like, ooh, I'm going to Chi-Town to get a silk press. I just hope it doesn't rain. So why not you? Why not create something meaningful? Let's do it together. Let me share why I'm reviving this channel, what held me back for so long, and the lessons I've learned about overcoming procrastination, imposter syndrome, and perfectionism, PIP. Maybe you can get an itty bitty nugget of inspiration that may help you dust off a long neglected dream. 18 years ago when I started this YouTube channel, it was because I love the idea of creating, sharing, and connecting. I guess I'm an artist because I'm a creative person at heart. But back then, I didn't have the clarity or the plan to make it work. Life took over and my channel became abandoned. But now I've learned some powerful lessons during that time. I've spent almost thousands of hours with some of the most talented and creative people in these YouTube streets, virtually. I've learned how to crochet braids. Thanks, cousin Mary Kay, for showing me how to do these ignorant hairstyle. Weight loss with Chris James from A Healthy Alternative kept me motivated and helped me to release 55 pounds last year in just 10 weeks. And keep it off. And don't even get me started about travel research. I finally planned a trip to the Maldives, which I've wanted to do for years. And I did it using credit card points, watching so many creators. So from background and lighting setups from the beautiful Kalichi, learning how to use the editing beast Da Vinci from Mr. Alice Tech, and so many others, it makes my head spin. I've been busy soaking in the knowledge and learning how YouTube works. So it's just not entertainment for me. It's my mentor, advisor, motivator, and especially my go-to source for tutorials. It's like a supercharged modern day Encyclopedia Britannica, because if you know, you know. So let's get back to you. What's the one thing you can't stop searching for on YouTube? Let me know in the comments. Hi, my name is Michelle, and I have a confession. I'm a junkie, a self-help junkie. Can you relate? You see, I've read the classic, the self-help books, the newest releases, CDs, cassette tapes, VHS videos. Okay, I'm vintage. I attended as many seminars as I could back in the day. But these conferences, we used to call them internet marketing seminars back in the day, teleconferences. Anyone remember freeconferencecall.com? And the amazing thing about these in-person events, I became close friends with a few of the people I met, and to this day, we talk daily or once a week. Priceless. Now, I would sit in the front row, notebook and pen in hand. Yes, old school beautiful. I absorbed every strategy, tactic, and hack and would network after hours. That's how I was hired to create video training courses for some of the biggest names in the industry at that time. I was helping them while helping to change the lives of their customers and clients. But when it came to applying all that knowledge and skill to my own dreams, crickets. I was paralyzed by the catch-22, procrastination and perfectionism. And why not throw some imposter syndrome in there while we're at it? So that's one of the reasons why my YouTube channel sat videoless. My business ideas stayed stuck in my head, and I told myself, maybe this just isn't for me. It's okay, I still have a job. I'll just pick up a trip off the trade board, and off to San Francisco I went. You see, I was stuck. I told myself I would start when it was perfect, but perfection was just a mask for fear. Fear of failing, fear of being judged, especially being judged, fear of not being enough. Now, the late Bob Proctor said, you can make a full-time career out of getting ready. Yep, looks like I did. But the turning point came when I realized knowing isn't the same as doing. All those strategies and tactics I knew, it didn't matter if I wasn't willing to take imperfect action. And you know what? It wasn't just fear holding me back. It was that little sneaky gremlin of not being good enough. I'd watch other creators and think, who am I to do this? Why would anyone want to listen to me? There's plenty of people already doing what I would like to do. Let me know in the comments if you struggle with this too. But you know what? It's okay. If you've ever felt this way, let me tell you something. Your voice matters. Here's what I've come to realize. Knowing isn't the same as doing. And you know what else I realized? Sometimes it's easier to help others shine than to step into the spotlight yourself. I was so good at helping others build their dreams that I forgot to focus on my own. But not anymore. This do-over, I'm taking everything I've learned, every strategy, story, lesson, and I'm putting it into action for me. It's not about perfection. It never was. It's not about waiting for the stars to align. It's about showing up, taking imperfect steps, and trusting that my voice deserves to be heard. And honestly, I stopped trying to be perfect and started trying to be me. Flawed, quirky, goofy me. The turning point came when I realized something that hit me like a jolt of turbulence. Perfection is the enemy of progress. The inner me is my enemy. Have you ever felt this way? Like you're waiting for the perfect moment to start? Or like you're not qualified enough to even try? Perfection and its kissing cousin procrastination isn't about laziness. It is fear. Good old-fashioned fear. Fear of being judged, fear of showing up and not being enough. And perfectionism, it was my way of avoiding all that fear, convincing myself I'd get it right someday. And that's exactly what I'm doing right now. I am doing it scared. One video, one short, one live, one step, one day at a time. Atomic actions. True confession. I've been binge watching creators for the last 3 months on all the TVs on my layovers. On flights heading to vacation, I download them just in case the Wi-Fi on the plane is inop. That's the official word we use to say something ain't working. So during my binge sessions, the same thought kept popping up. I thought, what if I could make it work this time? What if I could create something that brought me joy, but also inspired, motivated, and help others just like the immeasurable help I received right here on YouTube. You see, every video, every comment, and every post positively impacted the quality of my life. But even if you took action, have you ever felt like you're cheering someone else while your dreams sit on the sidelines? What if now is a time to change that? So here I am, ready to give my channel a second chance. So what's different this second time around than when I first started this channel? I had no plan, no consistency, and honestly, no clue what I'm doing. Sound familiar? What I've learned so far is that you have to be strategic. So I'm using ChatGPT, duh, and vidIQ to help me revive my YouTube channel. It's a big step up from the keyword research tools I used back in the day, like Google Keyword Planner. Plus, I'm approaching this journey with a new mindset and a new attitude. So I'll be creating content that helps the over 40 crowd bounce back from burnout and explore how travel, self-discovery, and activating joy can lead to creating a vibrant and fulfilling future. A life of grace and ease. Joyliciousness. I'll share lifestyle hacks, which I refer to as joy tutorials, and hard-won experience on navigating life's ups and downs with real-world tips and inspiration. My plan is to share what works, the challenges, and the wins so we can both learn and grow together. So here are 3 life lessons I've learned, which I'll apply. 1, it's never too late to start or restart. No matter how old you are, your voice matters. 2, consistency is key. I know we get tired of hearing this, but there's a reason why. Here's a twist. You're already consistent. You're consistent in doing the things that keep you stuck. Let that sink in. Back then, I posted randomly. Okay, hardly ever. Now I have a clear plan to show up at least every week for you. And finally, 3, real stories resonate. I'm here to share mine. They're raw, they're honest, and I'm totally unapologetic because that's what you deserve. So if you're inspired to start or restart your YouTube channel, comment below what your channel is about so others can celebrate you. So beautiful. If you've got a dream or a goal you've been sitting on and you're ready to take a second chance, I'd love for you to join me on this journey. I'm done waiting for the perfect moment because I've learned the hard way that someday it's not on the calendar. So if you're waiting for the perfect moment, I want to remind you it's okay to start messy. Just do your best and eventually you will get better. Let's prove to ourselves and to each other that it's never too late to start fresh. If I'm reviving my YouTube channel to create something meaningful and build a future full of joy, freedom, and abundance, this isn't just my story, it's our story, and I can't wait to see where this journey takes us. Now, a fresh start is just the beginning, but what if you've been living with an outdated storyline, unknowingly caught up in the greatest heist in history? Curious to find out what was stolen? Click here to watch this next video. Smooches!